is a famous rapper. So it's amazing how through my entrepreneurial career, spoken word has come up and now is full circle coming back into the forefront of my identity and career. And one of the greatest gifts of being a spoken word artist as an entrepreneur that I've found has been getting to tell the entrepreneurial journey through spoken word and getting the ups and downs of our world in an artistic expression where we can feel understood and less alone in that journey. So I'm going to start this morning off, and I believe it'll be a perfect primer for what Kyle has for us, with a piece that was about probably the darkest, most difficult time in my life and entrepreneurial roller coaster, while everything seemed externally perfect, where everything is, if we fast or rewind back to summer of 2016, and we're in July, and everything in my life is seemingly perfect. I'm dating a woman who I believe to be my dream girl. I live in this epic home called the Skypad in San Diego. And I'm kind of like rising in community as an artist. I've got 3 businesses that all seem to be really on track. And life from the outside seems quite blissful, especially on Facebook. And fast forward 2 months later, the business visions that I had that I thought were materializing weren't exactly materializing in the way that I had envisioned them to. And I had to cancel launches, had to step out of leading certain companies, and it just felt like the world was crashing around me. Dream Girl left me, which was all clear. All of this, like retrospectively, was like, wow, this was all so clear that this was happening, but I couldn't see it because I was building castles in the sky. And that's what this piece is called, Castles in the Sky. And it was about the rise, the feeling like I'm living literally in this castle in the sky, to then that castle dissolving and fragmenting around me and seeing my reality fall apart. And then diving into some of the deepest shadow work that I've ever had to do for months, and then re-emerging on the other side of that as a man, I would say. And that was the end of my 27th year. So this is really like, you know, people talk about Saturn return, and I went into that year saying like, oh, I know who I am and I know what's going on in my life, and this Saturn return stuff's not gonna, like I'm clear. And then a year later, I'm like, wow, I didn't know what I didn't know, and I don't know what I don't know, and it just really humbled me in life. So this piece is called Castles in the Sky. I'll play some background music here. And see where you can see yourself in pieces of this journey, because I think as entrepreneurs, we each have unique stories and experiences that all follow a very similar path and journey and emotional trajectory underneath those experiences. Many of you see me on Facebook, and maybe you're envisioning a man who exists to make a stand on a mission to expand the light that's living in our land. And while that's true, and this vision is so grand, and I give it what I can, there are also days when I'm barely gripping by a strand. And if you could sit and understand that I'm crippled by demands, trying to manage expectations of a life that I've built into a brand, living in a prison that I planned. So I sit here, cigarette in hand. Am I living as a man Can I live it up and have it all? Sure, with cigarettes and Adderall and a little bit of alcohol, sparks lighten my bowl in the dark nights of my soul, just a shadow of hope, using tobacco to cope, to numb myself from my fear. How the fuck did I arrive here? See, living in the sky pad, I started building castles in the sky. What I mean is, I was building castles in my mind. All this magic that's inside revealed it through the passion in my eyes. Visions for my mission as the minutes casually passed by, and minutes turned to months. And now I'm radically behind as I wake up and touch base with the reality of life. And I sadly realize that all my castles in the sky were just a fragment of my mind. And my reality is actually a radical demise. And I feel broken, life feels broken in commotion. And my world is like an ocean. I'm hopeless with emotions and I'm crashing in the tide. In this battle, I disguised that I was shattering inside, asking myself daily, does it matter if I die? And I did die. And it's from those ashes that I rise. It starts tonight. This martyr died, but I'm still here because he was just an archetype. This is just the start of life. This is just a spark of light to brighten up the darkened night, reconnected to the heart inside, to love myself as an artist. I love my expression as an artist. I express it through the art of life, through these sentences. I'm present with the lessons I express within the essence that my presence gives, learning to just be here with myself, yearning to just heal with my breath, learning to just be where I stand. Because no matter where I flee, there I am. And I can run for days, but I can't run from this desire to run away. So instead of choosing to run, I stay. Turning to God, I pray. And in the connection, I hear this reflection. Don't run from the battle, even if you run to the light. If you run from your shadow, it will run your life. Fuck, you're right. But if I sit here with myself, I feel worthless as fuck, and I get mad at myself for not working enough, but I'm still mad at myself when the working is up. I justify it all by saying that my purpose is tough. But is it really my purpose? Is it worth all the struggle? God speaks when it's quiet. So I'm turning it up. Because I don't want to listen to the words that the earth is erupting as right now they're telling me to stop working, that my purpose is nothing. But I'm addicted to the hustle, like I'm working for something. Carrying the weight on my shoulders, this heaviness, telling myself I'm a soldier protecting this world from the devil, and the truth is, I move so fast, afraid to stop, because it's cold in the emptiness. And I just need you to be with me. Just tell me you believe in me. Just tell me what you see in me. Because right now, I just can't see it in myself. And even though I feel it in my breath, my ego is enveloped in this feeling that I'm dead. And I don't want to say I need you, but I need you for my strength. Because right now, I feel I'm bleeding to my death. And I know it's just my story. And I know that you're here for me. But I feel so alone. It feels real to my bones. And I just need you to hold me. Just for this weekend, console me. What's that? You're leaving. Don't go, please. Just for this weekend, I know I just don't see it. I'm sorry. Fine. I believe you. I'll go. But just know, if you leave me, you'll witness the increase in my living, the increase in my business, this increase in my wisdom and my ceaseless commitments and my meaningful vision. And I thought you were my muse and the key to my mission. But it was always this music that feeds my ambition. Revealing my truth, I feel peace in my system. So I let go of you in the dreams that I live in without retreating to a dreamless existence. Because I'm still dreaming, I'm building, I still believe in my vision, and I'll keep on believing as long as I'm breathing that I have a reason for living. And my little red handbook left me with this wisdom. Here's a test to find out if your mission on earth is finished. If you're alive, it isn't. You're alive. It isn't. Thank you.
Thank you.